At 7:42 a.m. on a Tuesday, 10-year-old Barnaby's primary defensive strategy involved wearing mismatched socks. He firmly believed that clashing patterns created enough visual noise to baffle any ghosts attempting to manifest beneath his bed. This morning, however, the threat was breakfast. His chrome toaster executed an unusually violent ejection, sending a slice of bread into a double mid-air rotation before it stuck the landing. The bread did not remain silent. Identifying himself as Lord Pumpernickel, the toast immediately voiced a list of grievances, citing high kitchen humidity as a direct threat to his structural integrity and demanding an immediate upgrade to organic preserves. Pumpernickel's complaints about the jam stopped abruptly. He turned his charred corners toward the window, warning that a catastrophic shadow was currently gathering in the tall grass of the backyard. Barnaby set his spoon down. Between the talking bread and the alert of a looming invasion, the breakfast table had become a front-line briefing room. Deployment required specialized transport. Barnaby prepared a clear plastic container with a tissue paper lining to provide Pumpernickel with the royal cushioning he demanded before heading into the theater of war. They met their scout at the fence line. Sir Fluffington, a squirrel wearing a halved tennis ball for a helmet, stood at attention, gripping a heavy pine cone in a tactical low-ready position. Fluffington chattered a warning and pointed his pine cone toward the green compost bin. A thick, sickly scent of decaying bananas was rising from the plastic lid, a biological discharge signaling the enemy's activation. The lid creaked open to reveal Baron von Moldavich. The 3-month-old zucchini had grown a matted velvet coat of fungus and draped a greasy pizza box over his shoulders like a general's cape, leading a fuzzy army of blackened strawberries. This tactical map shows the scale of the incursion. A swarm of compost forces, represented here by the green and brown dots, spills out from the bin, effectively cutting off the 3 blue dots, representing the human, squirrel, and toast alliance. With the lawnmower strictly off-limits due to parental standing orders, Barnaby and his cohorts relied on asymmetric tactics to dismantle the Baron's superior numbers. Phase 1 utilized psychological suppression, lured Pump to halt in confusion. While the enemy was stunned, Phase 2 began. Sir Fluffington ascended the oak tree to gain the high ground, raining down a high-velocity barrage of pine cones and walnuts that shattered the Baron's fungal infantry. This opened the path for the hydro strike. Barnaby flanked the bin with the garden hose set to jet mode, delivering a concentrated stream of water that struck the Baron's cherry-red eyes and began to erode his moldy exterior. The combination of verbal distraction, aerial bombardment, and focused water pressure proved too much for the zucchini's fragile structure. The Baron's command over the compost army vanished. Under the hose's relentless pressure, the Baron's mutant form gave way. His moldy skin dissolved, collapsing into a harmless puddle of dark fertilizer. The surviving strawberries and banana peels scrambled back into the darkness of the bin. Sir Fluffington signaled from the fence that the perimeter was secure, neutralizing the biological threat. Back in the kitchen, the Alliance reached a post-war settlement. Lord Pumpernickel, though slightly damp, agreed to drop his demand for organic marmalade and accepted a single drop of standard strawberry jam as a victory medal. Barnaby pulled up his mismatched socks and finished his breakfast. He knew that as long as he kept his imagination weaponized, no part of his daily routine would ever be truly boring.